Hello. Yeah. I'm good. Is this thing that loud? Huh? I said, is this thing loud? Ooh, damn. Very fundamentally sound defense. Nothing that there's a lot of things that they do that like it's very fundamentally sound. Secondary can cover well. The D line has a lot of strengths, and same with the linebackers. So I mean, a key to success for us is just to do us. Uh, we played a lot of like top 5, top 10 defenses this year, and I think all we have to do is just keep doing us, and we'll be successful. Uh huh. Yeah. Absolutely. Man, a lot of credit to their offense. They have like such a fantastic offense, and we all know what they're capable of. And a thing for us offensively is, like don't get too high, don't get too low. Just stay the course of the game. If you make a mistake, so be it. We're going to get it back. Our defense is going to get it back, and we're always just going to continue to bounce back from adversity. That's something that this offense prides ourselves on. Offense and whole entire team is whenever adversity comes up to play, like how are we going to respond to that? And I just think that just this year in general, a lot of adversity that this team has to face, that we've done such a fantastic job of doing so.
Different big games this year. Ohio State defense gets a big stop again. Last game it was the offense that broke down and tied the game.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the complementary football. How you guys have trust that the other unit's going to get it.
100%. This is a family-oriented team, right? And when it's a family-oriented team, you trust one another. You have relationships with one another, and their work ethic. And this team just relies on trust in oneself and trust in another. And I think that's such a fantastic thing to have because it's not a selfish team. There's certain people that could be selfish, but will never be selfish because of like how Coach Harbaugh has embodied this team. And like if you're selfish, like you're gonna reap the consequences. Like you're going to be labeled as a selfish person. You don't want to be selfish. So I mean, we just complement each other so well. It's just a family, well-rounded, oriented team.
AJ was saying there should be a Joe Moore Award equivalent for the D line.
Man, absolutely. Especially that our defensive line, absolutely,
Would they win it?
absolutely. No ifs, ands, or buts. Absolutely. No doubt, it's a dream come true. Every kid uh, wants to be in this stage, wants to be here, and whether everything has gone right for you or if it hasn't, you gotta just sit down with yourself and just embrace where you are. Because there's only 2 teams that are playing still in college football, so to be one of the teams that are still playing, it's a blessing because it's like how I said. When you're a kid, like you want to do certain things. You want to win a high school ring, you want to win a national championship ring, you want to win a professional ring. So the opportunity for us right now is amazing because we're able to check all of our goals as children. And this year too, we've checked the boxes in all of our goals too thus far. So we just have one more job to do, one more game to play to reach our ultimate goal.
The last year that it's going to be in this format. So what does it mean to last team's
No doubt. Just for me personally, I think of it as a Michigan thing, right? Michigan has been winning since the beginning of collegiate football, and at every point, that they all will. Michigan has always won, so I think it would just be an embodiment of the Michigan not just football but university legacy of of winning at every level, how we do on the classroom and in other sports and our professions as well.
What's up, Donovan? How you doing, man? Just want to ask you, you guys had a month to prepare for Alabama and just sitting in the phone room and just constantly just looking at one team. And now you have this normal game week again, finally, 7 days to prepare for Washington. Do you enjoy this kind of period again, finally, back to getting to normal rhythm? Or is it just a little bit different in a good way or a bad way in that respect?
I feel like it's still the same, like it's no different than how you prepare for, all the other games we played this season, like ECU, like Ohio State, like UNLV, Penn State, Michigan State, Purdue, whatever it may be, Nebraska. It's no different, and I think that's something that this team takes great discipline in is, it doesn't matter who we're facing. We're always just going to get in the film room. We're always going to practice hard. We're always going to do our absolute best to come up victorious. And, we've had goals this year, win the Big Ten championship, overcoming the 14-game loss that we faced for the past 2 years, and win a national championship. So, we're very grounded. We're very focused right now to be able to accomplish all of our goals right now. So, we just got to keep doing us. And to your question, it doesn't matter. It's basically the same thing, of preparing each and every week to do our best and to come up successful.
How would you size up Washington's run defense? Because they would have had pretty good success in them kind of.
They're very real rounded. Excuse me, as I said earlier. I don't see many flaws in their defense. And I just know that they're going to give us their all as we're going to give them our all coming up into this game on Monday. So, a key for us in the success is, to run the ball and to throw the ball as well. So I don't think that there's nothing that we can't do as an offensive standpoint. So, we're just gonna have to do us in the football game.
Follow up. Y'all play Texas next year, week 2. First time Texas will ever been there.
Yeah.
What do you think that atmosphere will be like?
I think it will be it's at home, right? It's at Ann Arbor. Yeah, so I think it's going to be as it is all the other games. Our fans are always into it. They're always supportive. It's always going to be loud. So and it is Texas to your standpoint. They are a very, very great team. So I think that our fans will be into it a lot more, as they always are. Great question, my friend.
You guys have lost one game in 2 years. That's an amazing streak.
One what? Regular season game?
Sorry, lost one. Misspoke. You lost one game in 2 years.
No, that's not true. We lost 3.
In 2 years?
Yeah. We lost to Michigan State 2021.
No, I'd say the last 2 seasons.
Okay.
23 and 22. I see one loss.
You see one loss.
Yeah.
Michigan State was 21.
I'm saying the last 2 years. Just
The last 2 we lost 3.
No, just TCU.
I don't get it.
2021 was 2 seasons ago.
Okay.
This year, last year.
Okay. I'm getting old, man.
I'm an idiot. So, when you look at that loss, the fact that you've only lost one game in that stretch, is it a fluke?
I mean, I just think that they executed on more things than we executed on. So, I mean, they won the game. You can't say it's a fluke when a team wins the game. And even if they lose, it's not a fluke. But the only thing that you can do is just prepare yourself for situations differently. And I think experience is the best friend of a man, because once you go through certain things, you understand that, okay, I don't want to be here ever again. And you're going to do things differently to be able to get to a certain point in life where you want to be. And I think it was a blessing for us, because look at it, like, We had about 60, 70 guys that played in that game against TCU returned to Michigan. Our leaders, our captains, Blake is back too. So I think all of those things play a big factor in, like what had happened last year. And for us now, like the opportunity, it presents itself. So I don't think it's a fluke, like you just live on it for 365 days, a little bit less too because the first game of the season pops up. But, like you just remember those things. It just makes you work harder. It has a fire in you that would never go away because of, what that you could have did or what you could have did better.
Last thing I want to ask you, Michael Penix is 24. He's in his 6th year of college football. We're seeing a lot of guys now playing 5, 7 years of college football. Is there an advantage for those guys who are 24, maybe even 25 years old playing against maybe a 19 or 20?
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes are remaining in the Michigan media session. 5 minutes are remaining.
You got to think about the NFL too, right? Like when you're a rookie, what are you, 21, 22? Maybe to your standpoint, you might be, a little bit older than 21, 22. But you're also going up against 30, 35-year-olds. So I think it's no different, like it's just who's going to do what they have to do to win the game, So no, I don't think it matters at all.
So, Donovan, I was talking to a family member yesterday who's seen every Michigan play for 60 years. We agreed that the 3 most iconic plays in the program, Desmond Eisenpose, Charles Woodson punt return against Ohio State, 75 yards, Donovan Edwards, right?
And 85, right?
75, and then 85 might be number 4, right? So that moment maybe eclipses those two. So you run, you take off, gets past Ransom. I'm sure you heard that clip 1,000 times. As you're kind of looking back, it's kind of funny. Like you look back like no one's around me, and then you go again and do it twice. Going up to the state of Michigan, you look at Ohio State as a recruit. You make the 2 plays that beat them in a game to break a 20-year streak in Columbus. What goes through your mind, literally the moment you cross the goal line, and then a day later, how did your life change after?
I'll just be honest. Like I'm not thinking about it in that certain point. Of like what my legacy could be after that game, but it's more I'm thinking about winning the game, right? And I do know now like how everything has changed for me. Like I'm on a bigger pedestal. People know my name more, but it still doesn't matter to me because all I want to do is just win football games. And be the best person that I could be, and be consistent and be a leader for myself and for the team. And the people around me who know me on a day-to-day basis. So, it doesn't like I just thank God that He's allowed me to do it, right? Like He showed me the ups, He showed me the downs, and it's about what I do with it. It's about if I'm going to fold from it or if I'm going to continue to rise from adversity and trials and tribulations for myself. So, like I've seen like I know I might be going a little bit against the grain of your question. But I've seen both the highs and the lows, from the situation. And, all I could do is just keep being humble.
Joe Black coined the nickname the Don with those runs. How much is that stuck?
That wasn't Gus?
Family member? What's that?
That wasn't Gus?
Yeah, Gus Johnson. Yeah, Gus Johnson, right?
Yeah.
How is that? Is it stuck with friends, teammates, family, or is it just kind of immediate thing?
Man, you know what? My teammates occasionally like, that's my chill, you know what I'm saying? But I like to say I gave myself that nickname first.
Right?
I like to say I gave it to myself first, and then I changed it in my Instagram handle to my full name. But it's stuck. I like it.
This concludes the Michigan media session. In approximately 30 minutes, Washington's media session will
That's
begin.
right. I like that. I like that. That's right. That's right. I appreciate you asking that too. I feel like this year has been a lot more of a mental aspect for me, and I know that I'm going to be perfectly fine in the future because, as I said, like, excuse me, like God's going to put things in your life to, show you the ups, show you the downs, and it's up to you to be able to rise to those occasions and, remember those times when you were down, right? And so, of course, I have been feeling flustered, frustrated, and I definitely have been working on that. Like, Mental health is a big thing for me. Like I've seen a therapist. I see a therapist quite often now, and it's definitely helped me get into a focused mind space of where I am now. So I just feel like this year has been a blessing for me, right? Like I'm in a national championship game. I have 3 Big Ten championship rings, and the team is winning. The team has a lot of success. So I just feel like regardless of how this year has went for me, there's been a lot of more blessings in what I've been going through, just beyond football. Even though I know I'm still going to be great in football.
We gotta go.
Sorry, man.
You're all good, man.